boundaries. Well, not a class, it was a training. And I was like, real shit. Like, I shouldn't have to talk about outside shit at work. Like, it's just a part of the boundaries. And, like, yeah, if I don't feel like being bothered, like, when I first started working at my job, people was coming to my office way too many times asking me about way too many things. And that shit just bothered the hell out of me. So, after a certain point, I asked my boss, I said, can I put a sign on my door to say, don't bother me from 11 to 1? And he was like, yeah.
Thank you.
And I fucking did that. Mm-hmm. And people would still come and knock on my door. And guess what the fuck? I ignored the shit of that.
Because you see the sign.
Right. Or you can't read, and then we need to talk about some other things.
Like, this is the time I'm getting to be productive or do whatever I need to do for myself, meditate, whatever. I put a sign on my door that said, meditate and please don't disturb. And my boss knocking on my door. I'm like, yo, you can't read the sign? Well, I'm just saying. Like, come on, I'm trying. This is my little self-care time, so I don't snap on
I'm about to say, so I don't cuss you out. I'm trying to keep my job, and I want you to stay breathing. You're absolutely right. Professional boundaries. I got to tell something. This is my professional boundary. I don't work past 2.
Yeah,
Can I say that? Lose your damn job.
I'm right. I would be like, I don't work Mondays and Fridays. That's my professional boundary. I'll be here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Dang, I'm going to use it. You wait till tomorrow. Professional boundaries. I'm going to start calling it out. Professional boundaries. Not right now. Professional boundaries.
And I think it's good to know. Like, I know as black women, we try not to be bitches because we're always seen as bitches regardless of what the fuck we do. And I've read, like, articles saying, that we have to have this mask on throughout but, if that's just your truth and that's how you feel, fuck it. Like, okay, yeah, don't talk to me before 7 a.m. because I don't want to be talked to. And I don't care if you're being smart or whatever. It is what it is. You'll know better. Because if you come to me before at 6:59, I'm gonna bite your fucking head off. You like, this is why I shouldn't have talked to her before 7 a.m. Right. Exactly.
But if I'm coming, I feel like if I come to work and I do my job well, like I shouldn't have to. And then, like, I hate to say it, but it's like some people, they come in with a negative mindset, and I know how easy it can be. So I don't want no parts of that. Somebody come in, oh my God, my husband. Right. See, that's a home situation.
Child, listen.
I don't want to hear about that because I think it's selfish of you to keep talking about your husband, how mean he is.
Why are you talking about home at work anyway?
Appreciative.
Right. Why are you talking about home at work anyway? Like, this is professional, whatever. And I know lines get blurred, but, like, I'm not one, for me, especially at my job, I have to be like, yo, I'm not your therapist. Like, because people are coming to me like, what should I do? My husband's beating me. And because I'm a supervisor, I'm like,
do I pull out the handbook or do
right,
I go fight? Like,
you want
right. And I think,
so go get her ass whooped? No,
go see a therapist. Get your life together. I don't know.
She don't need no time
and then
off.
One of my sorority sisters in HR was like, you gotta be careful with that because people will do that just to get time off and shit like that, or like, I was late because like my ass beat this morning.
Like,
whatever.
you know what? Yeah, like I already told you the story. Okay,
but I be trying to be like understanding because people really do go through shit. Like I had women crying in my office, like my husband's verbally and physically abusive to me, and I just was that ear to listen because that's just what type of person I am anyway. But like, why are you telling me this? Like, if I was a white man, would you be doing this? Would you be doing the same thing? Would you be coming in here with all these extraness? Like, if it ain't about my clients, I don't really want to talk about it.
And that's respectable, though. Like, cause then you're including me in this, and they're
right. And then you're asking me, what should you do? And if I tell you to leave them or something, and you don't, or whatever, like, it's just, I don't know. So I was talking to my therapist, and she was telling me to tell them to, go to a bad woman or whatever. So I'm gonna refer you to somebody else, like, cause I don't get paid. I don't get paid for this. So, but when I do. When I get shit and come see me, but insurance, all of that.
Even like speaking of boundaries, because it ties into the one topic we was talking about, like why women, I guess, change what they do sexually in the beginning of a relationship to where they are at that. Am I saying that right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
When they don't do the same things that they did in the beginning. Is
it a matter of doing less? Yeah. Like, why do women do?
They just don't. They're like, when you get in a relationship, when you start dealing with somebody, you like. Ready to have sex at all times. Well, maybe me.
Just go.
But yeah, you're more open to doing things, and you're having sex with them, and it's usually probably because you're trying to get them.
That's exactly.
And then once you have them, that's what got them. You stop doing it, and you expected them to still be had.
Yeah, I totally understand it, and that's why I said for me it ties in with the boundaries things, and maybe it's just because it's striking a chord with me because that's something I'm working on now. But I feel like as women, and I can only speak for a black woman because I ain't never been nothing else. But I feel like, just in general, like when we care about something, like most women are just nurturers. Like it's in us, it's what we do. So it's like when we get with somebody, when we get with a man, we want to know what he like and this, that, and the third, and we want to do all of those things. But then sometimes it's not reciprocated. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, we have to have those boundaries. Like, yeah, I like you. You look nice, but I mean, it's sad as it is. Majority of times, you can have sex with somebody and then it's going. Like sometimes that's guys' only aim. So that could be one reason. Like you get with somebody and you fucking and sucking and twirling and twirling and doing everything. You looking at YouTube and Animal Planet. You finding all types of new shit, and then. You know what I'm saying? It's not reciprocated. So, yeah, I'm going to stop, too. So, he coming out like, hey, babe, it's Tuesday. You like, yes, it's Tuesday. Mm-hmm. It's Cheerios, right. And I'm not sucking your dick tonight in front of the TV because you made me mad. And then they don't understand, like, oh, well, you was doing this, that, and the third. But sometimes I feel like we may do too much.
Mm-hmm. But they do shit and stop doing it.
Right.
No, that's true, too. But, I mean,
and texting. And
that's like 2 weeks. That's like 2 weeks.
Like all types of shit. And then all of a sudden that stop. And we just be like, okay.
But what standard do we set? That's the thing, like, majority of the time, we just take shit, but we gotta set a standard, like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't go, he don't even send flowers to my job, like, real shit, true shit. Not even growing up, but, like, as we all know, I'm not the softest person in the world, so it was just, like, growing up, everybody was like, oh, flowers and shit, and I was just like, I don't want no fucking flowers, like, I got allergies, like, I don't want no flowers, and I would say it all the time, to the point, at my boyfriend at the time, I'm like, you don't never buy me flowers, and he said, you know me. He kept that shit. You know me. You don't like flowers. And I was like, eat that shit, bitch. Because you said it. And then it was just like things may change. And we don't go tell them. Like, I can say, hey, guess what? Bitch like tulips now. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't just, I hate to say I can't, but that's like we always say, it's about communication. That constant, that two-way street. Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. But yes, I do like flowers. So anybody want to send me some flowers, we're going to put my address up so y'all can send me some flowers.
Yeah, it's your work address. Get them sent to your job, make you feel special.
That just came up in my memories. My ex had sent me some flowers to my job. She actually sent me a couple of things to my job, but that was mainly to like makeup or something. I was mad at her or something like that.
Oh, I don't want that.
But it's still sweet.
Right. Yeah. It is nice. It made me feel good. Got a little tape bear with it. Or
like oh, that's
right. But right, why can't I get this when I'm not mad at you? Why don't you just do this?
Right though. My dad sends my mom just thinking about you. Hey, should we come home with flowers and shit? I'd be like, what the fuck?
But how long they been married?
Yeah, they've been together for 30 years. I'm like, why are you still sending her flowers?
No. She said, why are you still sending her flowers?
I'm like, 32 years y'all been together, and you...
Your mom paying on business.
No, they come to the job, they go out to lunch.
As they should. Like, with 30 years, so say because I said they want to get married... All right, 30 years. And I don't want that shit. Like, that's not my relationship goals. That's not my marriage goals. I wanted to continue to be, like, a Gemini, and I'm sure, we like variety and spice and shit. And so when it gets monotonous and boring, I don't want to do that shit no more. So that's why I don't think I'm a good married. But
maybe you'll find someone who's going to be like, yo, let's get married and do this shit.
This said, like, I think when I'm with that person, I'm gonna know and I'm gonna just do it. But like I don't have to. Like I'm not all hype like most people. Like this is my life goal is to get married and have kids, and I got other shit to do. And that's cool, whatever. But if that's for you, but I'll just don't be taking whatever they told me like that we should do. And that's what kind of we talked about last week. Or well, that was last week. last episode, right? So things we should do or whatever, but. I don't want no 30-year marriage where I don't get fucking flowers. If that's something that I like. Or if I don't get my ass eat. Yeah. When you was doing that at the beginning, that's where I really liked about you.
I really like that you came home and ate my ass. I like that about you.
Yeah, that was what sold me on it. And I'm here for it. And then 30 years later, you're not doing the shit. Like, I remember the twirl you used to do. Woo! Like, yeah. So
she started telling us, remember you had that ring pot? Remember you had that little thing with ring pot?
You forgot about that. I ain't forget about it. I really like that.
She's serious. This happened.
No, but I think it just gets like Siri is always on some shit. Like nobody call her.
She newsy.
Nobody sent for her.
Excuse me. I didn't call you Siri. Sorry, y'all.
But after a while, I think women just, it just kind of falls into a routine of the relationship. We have sex on Tuesdays or whatever, and I know exactly what position he's going to do, and he's going to come in 10.5 minutes, and
And then yawn.
And go to sleep, fart and scratch his ass and go to sleep. And that's just what it, like, it takes the spice out of it. And, like, when it's just like, oh, we're just fucking a nut. Granted, I haven't been in a relationship long enough, I think, to get
to that monotonous point.
Yeah, to get to that where I'm like,
you ducking out, taking the first time.
right.
First time, like, I'm like, all right, babe,
get a little boring.
This is what I want. This is what I'm missing. This is what it is. And this, I have these conversations, like, maybe not in the beginning of my expectations of the relationship, but now, moving forward, I do. Like, all right, this is what I want in a relationship. You can take it or you can leave it. This is what comes with me. This is exactly what it is. Might change down the road because I am ever changing being. Like,
and that's cool. Yeah, that's what I mean. But that's cool. That's what I was saying. Like, especially in that time where we may think like nothing's going on or something. Like, no, like if you have a change, not even if you have a change, just constantly, like you said, you have to. I think you constantly should be ever changing, trying to figure out what it is. So yeah, like some people are like, oh, you know, you too. You know, you high strung, you just know. Like, now I know. I done figured out who the fuck Aisha was. We like this, we don't like that, don't like it. Like, seriously, I don't like when you smack. Like, if you chew with your mouth open, that's a no-brainer for me. I'm sorry. It's just certain things. So it's like, I'm appreciative of the moment to know, like, all right, I can deal with this. But, I mean, that comes with life. You got to deal with certain people. Like, nah, I really don't. I don't like this. I don't like that. And with boundaries. Like, because, of course, we allow our boundaries to be pushed if we're with somebody and we care about them or we love them. But, no, a boundary is a boundary. Like, a line is a line. So, I feel like I can't speak for anybody but myself. It's just like I can be loyal to a fault sometimes. Like, oh, well, I'm with this person low, so let's just, gung-ho. Then the bitch inside of me like, bitch. Bitch.
I think I don't have any boundaries. So I think that's a problem.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But I just be like, I like routine. I am a Gemini, but when it comes to my marriage, I like routine. That way, when some shit starts popping off, something ain't right. Because this is not the routine. So why is this different now? When the shit's just all over the place, anything could be going on, and then I'm confused because shit's always confusing. But when I know what's going on, I'm like, this is what's going to happen, and this is what's going to happen. My dad said I'm the perfect candidate to be murdered because I drive this way. I'm serious. He's like, because you drive the same way to work every day. You have the same routine over and over and over. He's like, you got to switch your routine up because if somebody was following you, they would know where you are.
Well, hopefully you would see the person that's following. Like, I don't remember seeing the man.
Well, yeah, I'm mad, like alert, but still, I'm just like, I like my routine. And Daniel's kind of like, I think he's like over the routine.
Listen to him.
I'll be listening to him, but he gets on my nerves because he makes it seem like his opinion is like the most important thing ever.
Okay.
And I'd be like, no.
Well, some people can only see from their perspective, and so that comes from growth to be able to see from other people's perspective. So you personally, you like your routine, this, and that, and Daniel knows what Daniel thinks he likes at that time or whatever. And so they can't see how it may affect you or how you think about it because they're like, this is in my head, this is my fact, this is my truth,
right.
This is, what it is for me. But, so I think you have to expand out, like, especially in relationships, you like flowers, but he loves, because he likes to be touched and felt. If I'm going to be with you,
right?
But if that's what he wants.
Because I know that is, we talk about love language, and it makes my skin crawl. Like, he's a very
what's your love
touchy.
Language?
Mine is, like, do shit for me.
Mm-hmm.
And what's yours, Shakira?
So, physical touch and words of affirmation.
Okay.
And he likes physical touch, and I fucking hate
I surprisingly got physical, and that's the thing, though, like,
to touch people.
I like to be touched, but it's just like, I mean, that's one of those, like, it's boundaries. Like, don't touch me. Like, I don't really like hugs. Like, I hate, like, if I'm at church, I don't like to be hugged. Call me weird, but it's like, I feel like you want to take something from me, hold me too tight, that's personal space. But when I'm comfortable with somebody, I'm laying on your chest, like, rub my butt, rub my hair, touch me, all types of stuff. But it's like, I gotta be, maybe, I don't know if that's selfish, but I gotta be comfortable with you. Like, some guys just like, hey, like, don't do that. Please don't touch me. Please don't touch me.
I don't understand what men and the touching fucking,
it's like
hurts my life.
Sometimes.
Like, this man, like, men will put their hands on your whole waistline to say, excuse me, like, don't fucking touch me.
And then when you put your ass on them, they be like, don't do that.
Don't fucking touch me to move me. Like, you could just say, excuse me, like, most fucking people.
Exactly.
And you just want to rub against me. Like, motherfucker, no. Like, that's free. Like, that costs. The hell? Like, you getting it for free. No. Like, know what I'm saying? Like, just don't touch me. Like,
Uh-oh.
that's definitely
I don't think
crossing boundaries.
I don't like anybody to touch, like, literally anyone. I don't even hug my mom.
All right, we gotta talk.
Right. I don't hug my sisters. I don't hug my dad. I hug my mama, but that's just because she's very forceful and her feelings get very hurt if I tell her that I don't want to be touched. Like,
but there's a reason you don't want to be touched.
I just don't like that feeling of like, oh, like, I just don't know. Like, when I'm drunk, it's completely different because I'm like super like, oh, like, hey, like super friendly, like, oh my god, like, I might throw a few hugs out there. I don't know. But sober me, I don't like to be touched. And Daniel thinks that's so weird. He's like, I'm your husband. I should be able to touch you. First of all, no. Just because we got married don't mean you own my body. Don't mean that you can. Like, it doesn't. Just because we get married, this is still my body. Yes. Like, it's mine. You can't just invade my space because we're together. Like, that doesn't give you that right.
But if that's his love language, how he expresses his love, how he receives love, and you don't do that, then your husband is not feeling loved.
Yeah, and he's all like crying and stuff about it. So I'm like,
wait,
I can't. Like, no, because he's like that emotional. Like he.
That's good. I can't say that's good. Maybe that's not a trait that you find attractive. Okay, but let's think about it. I know that you've been in a relationship with someone who was not affectionate. They weren't caring. They weren't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we gotta weigh the options. Either you gonna take this nigga that's gonna cry all the time, or you gonna take this nigga that's gonna watch you cry and say, let me borrow your car. Right. There's a difference. There's a fucking difference.
And I try to think about that because it's like, you know, that I did have both polar opposites, and it's just like, I'm trying to like touch him, like, and, you know, hug him and stuff, but still I feel uncomfortable. Like, even if I give him a hug because I know he wants a hug, inside, I'm like, oh. Like,
I think you need to figure out what your
issues are. I was about to say that, yeah.
With touch.
Yeah,
and, like, what happened, you know, I don't know what's happened in your childhood and stuff, but that shit carries on, you know, to your adulthood, and it can be, you know, before you even fucking know, but that might be something you need to figure out because, I mean, it's not really normal. We're like, you know.
I do hug my children. Let me put that out there. Like, but I think that's because like they literally came at me, like can't get no closer. Like, but I hug them all day.
Yeah, I had this girl. This girl I used to work with. We just, you know, became cool, whatever. And we was talking about something, I don't know, personal or whatever. And I gave her a hug. This bitch stabbed me with a fork. I wanted to smack the shit out of her, but she like really had a problem with. She stabbed me with a fucking fork, yo.
In your back?
No, it was like
that's what I was thinking. It was like
it was my leg. I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you really just stabbed me? She was like, I don't like people touching me, and I'm like,
you could have just said that.
You could have said no. Shakira, did you come in hot? Did you come in?
I probably did come in hot. I wanted them embracers.
You felt like, oh my god, let me give her a hug. Yeah. Oh my god, let me steal her. Like, let me stab her.
I was like, bitch, did you just stab me? What the fuck happened here? And I just tried to be understanding because I know she got her shit with her, but bitch, you just stabbed me
with a fork.
With a fork, like it hurt a little bit.
But y'all want to hear something crazy? Crazy? Like, as much as I don't like to be hugged, I have a special place in my heart for homeless people. Don't know why. I mean,
you're not going around hugging the homeless, are you?
Yes, I am. If I have to, oh my god, they just listen. I ain't just going around like, are you homeless? Let me hug you. I feel it's not the case, but I'm a thorough believer in that. It don't take but so much for your life to be flipped, whether it's for good or for bad. So that could be me one day, and it's like not even like I'm going on, hey, are you homeless? You want a hug? But if I see a homeless person, it's not like I'm just not going to drop no change in your cup. Like, let me have a conversation with you. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? You know, you want to pray? Did you eat? I'm gonna give you money. I'm gonna do this, and it's like some people, and it's. I always get hugged by homeless people. Like, I was on the bus and I gave this lady a sandwich. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And she hugged me. And I froze. And I'm just like, oh my God, it's a bum. Mm-hmm. Like, in my mind. But I'm thinking, damn it. I'm thinking, damn, if I was this bum. Like, she probably thinking, oh my God, I'm a bum. And I'm touching her. And that made me feel like, no, I'm not better than nobody. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not better than anybody. But all my friends, they do be laughing at me. Like, my homie hit me up the other day. Was like, you hugging bums this week? And I'm like, and then if you come around, I'll hug you. Like, but it's just like, I just feel like those are, in that instance, I don't have boundaries for that. Like, I was going to see my lawyer and I was busting up with the bum. He's like, oh, can I walk with you down the street? I'm like, oh, bet. Like, it was daytime. I know him. Anybody, 14 on Ricky down there. Everybody get a chance. I'm so serious. He did about Max Minute. He cool. He like books, everything. He trying to get himself clipped up. He can't get into the joint yet because he's still doing drugs. But That's what I'm saying. Like, I just
vibes.
feel like it could be me,
Yeah.
yo. Like, it could really not like I don't want nobody to start cash at me. I'm not like having troubles, but it could real life be me. So as much as I don't like to hug people that are not homeless, if I see a homeless person, if I can't do nothing else for you, I'm gonna give you a hug because. That's all. Sometimes that's all you need. Like that's real life. That's energy. Right. That's real life energy. And I hope you don't rub nothing off on me like no bugs.
That's what I'm thinking.
True.
Yeah.
That
I'm
can
like
happen.
a germaphobe, so I'm like.
I'm a germaphobe too.
And I don't like smells.
I don't like be trying to put my face on them. Like I do have boundaries in that aspect. But yeah, like
that's what's up that you do that.
And it's like real shit. As I get older, it's not something that I think about. So that's why I'm happy about it because it's just like, all right, that's not me. Because if it was me, it'd be like. Oh, like that's a bum. Like, bitch, you a bum. I know real like bums that work every day.
Right.
We all know bum bitches, bum moms, bum dads, everything. For real. But yes, I do hug homeless people. Fun fact about Aisha.
I think like when Marquette passed and they had like the funeral thing and like everybody comes in and they like walk this way or whatever and like people like hug you and stuff. Like that I was like, I was like, okay, this is okay.
I get it.
Like, I didn't get,
it was
like...
acceptable.
Yeah, like,
situation.
I was like, this is cool. Like, I hugged my uncle. I never hugged him ever before. I hugged my best friend, Christian. I don't think we ever really hugged. So I hugged a lot of people for the first time. And, it didn't make me feel uncomfortable.
So why does, like, touching your husband make you feel so uncomfortable?
It's not just him. Like, even my mom, like, I was upset about something. Oh, me and my sister got into a fight. My youngest sister, she's a fucking bitch.
Well, but talk about...
She is.
But
she
you
is
got a little bitch in you, too. So you think that she's not going to be a bitch? Like...
Ruthless. But me and her got into a fight. And I was so angry, I started crying. And my mom came up and she tried to hug me. I was like, Mom, like, stop. Like, don't touch me. Like, I just don't like that. It's like you put your face up against somebody's head. I don't know. It's just the whole
That's what you're telling yourself. It's not the physical part of it. It's not like, oh, your face on my face. It's something else. I'm not assuming it.
Yeah.
It's something else. Because I had to ask myself, bitch, this is weird. Like, granted, some people are not touchy-feely people, but I'm to the point where I would literally get offended. Like, I had to tell somebody at church, like, I don't like to be hugged. Like, I need you to respect it. Respect it in Christ. I don't care who you respect it in. But I don't like to be hugged. But it made me think, like, yo, I really was tight. I'm like, damn, like, what's wrong with you? Like, why don't you want to be hugged? I mean, that transfers over to anything. I don't like to be tapped. I don't like to be touched. Like, that's really what it is. Right. But if you tap me, that's an immediate, like, I'm annoyed because why didn't you use your words? I'm big on words, don't tap me.
They're mute.
Shut up. Say something. Give me a there we go.
But I think it's only not normal for, not say only, but like our culture because people like, I go like in the Greek world, everybody fucking hugs. Mm-hmm. Everybody hugs each other and I don't know why, but they do. And like, I don't hug everybody. I'm not just like hug. Like I want to be like, hey, y'all. But like, it has to be some meaning behind it. And like if I love you, I'm gonna give you a good embrace. But some people hugs be fake, and I can feel it. I feel the energies and shit. Yeah. And I'd be like, ooh, I didn't really like that hug.
See, I don't think about my fake hugs. Then you'd be like, look, she hugged me, because it's gonna feel fake.
No, I can respect you not hugging people. I can respect it, but I'm also saying, yeah, you gotta figure that shit out, though. You gotta figure that out because that's gonna carry over into something else.
But yeah, like other cultures, some cultures don't hug. That's just not in they thing. But we've normalized it, right? I don't see them embracing too much. I don't think I ever seen no TV show with Asians hugging each other, and it's just whatever. But yeah. So I just think it's just not in. Our culture has normalized embracing and feelings and stuff like that, but not everybody's there. And so when you don't do it. It's just
like
out of the norm.
No, I'm saying like I understand what she's saying, but it's like the physical aspect of it. I'm not 100% there all the time. I don't know what. I'm just saying like, and then honestly, I had a conversation with my mom. Like my mom is my best friend. Whatever. Like she really she know me. If I ain't gonna talk to nobody else, like she knows me. And she asked me one day, and this is when I was young. She's like, well, what are you gonna do when you start fucking? Like, you don't want to be touched? I was like, see, that's a different kind of touch. Like, no, I'm not. I don't want to. I mean, if you 17, 18, nobody's trying to be embraced and fucked. Like, you're not trying to do that. But it made me think, like, there's going to be a time where someone's going to touch you, not just with their penis. Like, what are you going to do? And it was just like, this is the part.
Yeah, I don't like. That's why I don't. wasn't going around fucking people sober. I don't like to be touched. I didn't even like to have sex sober because I don't want to be touched.
No, I'm just talking about like hug wise. Like I'm talking about like hug. I'm talking about like hug. That's what I mean. Like as far as like if you brush up against me, okay. But like that long extended hug, like maybe like a funeral hug where you ready to go and then you try to go and it's like pressure on your back, like oh shit.
Yeah.
So you gotta lean back into
I
it.
had one of those this morning.
Man, that's when you gotta push their hands down on the side. Like I said
I
enough.
think it was gratitude though.
I'm so sorry.
One of those hugs.
I think it was gratitude. You like, oh, you're not down. All right. Good job. Look at you. Oh, your knees are weak. All right.
Pat him on the back a little bit.
You gotta rub the back of his neck. It's all right, baby. Start purring. She said, I think it was from gratitude. Gratitude hugs are good though.
Yeah.
Now, I'm about to say there are instances where I've been in situations and I've gotten a hug and it was just like the best hug ever. Like it was just the best. Like and it was just a hug. Like you know your guy, whoever, they come hug you, they hit you down on the lower part of your back and you fall. Mm-hmm. You do one of them joints and when you come back, you smell his neck and you like, okay, all right.
I've never had one of those hugs.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but I did have a hug that felt good though. It was like
she's at a chiropractor.
What made it feel good?
It was like I was at my parents' house for like a long time. Like after my pup passed, I was trying to keep everything together and whatever. And I finally went back to my house and I saw Daniel for the first time. Mm-hmm. And he like hugged me and I like just fell and it felt good. It felt like I could like relax and like be myself and let all this weight off my shoulders and he was there to take care of me. So that was probably like the only good hug. Well, Elijah gives good hugs. Jalen, he gives so hugs. He be hugging me like he don't really want to hug me. Like we both don't want to be here, but here we are.
We both like, don't want to be here. You looking at your mom like, she crying again. It's okay.
But Elijah gives pretty good hugs when he feels like it.
Well, I'm that way with emotions. Like if somebody's crying, like I thought one of my church members was crying today at church, and he was sitting there, his shoulders was going. I turned around, I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
Was he laughing?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, "Thank God."
My body doesn't know when I laugh.
And he was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "You was crying, and it was hard. Like that means I was going to have to tap in to my emotions to be like endearing, and I didn't want to do that." And I was dead serious. He was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "No." Like I would have found a way to get out. Like, let me get your tissues. This nigga crying.
I don't like
finger
to
up on that one.
Excuse me.
That's
I'm like,
why I always
envelope.
myself. I don't like to put people on the spot and be like, and make you feel like you gotta say something to me or like make me feel better. Like I'll like that's why I like cry in the shower, cry in the bathroom, cry in those places where I finally get some me time.
Listen, I was about to say, I think I posted it. It was a couple months ago. I was like, I think every female. Like, only because I'm speaking for females, had that one moment where it's like you going, you doing stuff, everything. And I laid across the bed one day and I was just listening. I was listening to something. I was looking at the ceiling fan and I was just crying. It wasn't even like no hard cry, but it was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like in my life, I tried it in the shower one time, but I had contact and some my eyes got dry. So it was like, but I do feel like people, like everybody has those spaces where you go. Like I spend a lot of time in the bathroom on the toilet. I got stomach problems, so majority of the time. I'm on the toilet. Like, I mean, I feel like we all need that. Like, we all need that space. We all have to do that. Because other than that, like, we real life, we're crazy. Mine is usually the car, too. But, yeah, I gotta stop that.
See, but then people, like, the car be alright at nighttime, but daytime people can see me.
I don't care.
I be fucking crying.
Listen, what did you look at? The red light, bitch.
I cry in the shower. Like,
no, because
the water be, like, loud.
She don't want no emotions. That's why she crying. She was like, oh, it's water.
He said tears.
Yeah, Epsom salt water, bitch.
Right.
Like, you're crying.
Yeah, that's why I'm cold-hearted. He's like, I never met anybody so emotionless. He was like, I really feel like you could, like, do some harm to people and not care. I was like, are you calling me a sociopath?
I feel like your husband is telling you some things. I need you to listen, man.
Yeah, I think you probably over time have had to build that thing from whatever experiences that you've had in life that, where you have expressed feelings or been emotional or whatever and it wasn't, received or whatever. I mean, I don't know. You can tell me if I'm on point or not. And so we learn how to
walls.
Yeah, we learn how to, we adapt to that, and then you may lose it, and like that's kind of where I'm at, where I'm trying to get back into my feelings, because like I was this like emotional person, and oh I love it, and then all these fucking niggas did me dirty, and then so I was like, well, fuck it then, like I'ma just do what I want and just keep it moving. But that, you know, got me where, and now I have people in my life that want to be with me and want to know me and shit, and I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know,
because you think they're gonna do the same,
right?
shit.
And they're like, no, but like, I just know that's not good for me though, because who I am is this emotional person that wants to love and give love and shit like that, and so I just got to give it freely and just.
Are you agreeing with?
Yes, I'm agreeing with what she's saying. I can agree with what the fuck she's
you
saying.
said that's so true. Like you want to give love and emotion and feelings.
First of all, bitch, I don't know who's watching. She got a whole attitude. You want to give? Yes, I want to give fucking emotion. Yes, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, that's why I was when she was saying, I said walls, and it's like, and I can't just put it on guys, but we things happen. We put ourselves in situations. We allow things to happen, and then that's kind of just like that's the natural response. Just to put these walls up. And then like she said, you know, you meet people who probably genuinely want to break those walls down. And then for me, like my thing is, a part of me, yeah, I want to let those walls down, but not only am I afraid, I'm comfortable. Like I'm comfortable in this space because I know that you can't, you know, you can't get to me. When you meet that one person that tapped in, that's scary. Like that's scary as shit. You like, wait a minute. I'm just 11 o'clock. I'm still at this motherfucking house.
Yeah,
like,
this motherfucker got me in my feelings and shit.
Exactly, but like she was saying, you want to give emotions, but it's like, I've done it before. I did it wholeheartedly, and I got shitted on. Exactly. There we go. She meant that. But yeah, I just feel like with growth and with time, you start to realize that certain people, everybody, I mean, call me crazy. I'm 30 now. I mean, I ain't where I'm going to be, but I'm bomb as fuck. So everybody didn't deserve to have me. Everybody didn't deserve to have me as a girlfriend, as a friend, any of those things. And for me and just myself, you got to be okay with it. Like, cause I'll stay on it. Like, oh man, I did this, and you know, you beat on yourself. No, like I'm bomb as fuck now. But everybody is not allotted my time. Like you're not entering my space or my energy all the time because I got a lot to offer. So like we were saying before, like I'm bringing the table, I'm bringing the napkins, I'm bringing a plate, but I need you to bring a table and a napkin because we're gonna see where we're gonna eat.
Our shit's bigger. Like fuck they mean. We're gonna put them shits together
and
have
then
more
sit right next to me. Let's have a big table and then sit right next to me. So yeah, Shay, I do want to. Yeah, she was like, you want to give love?
Yeah, right.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I might not be like lovey-dovey love, but I'm like, nigga, these sneakers, nigga, you gonna fuck this outfit up. But that's my love, like that. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't get like what was the affirmations or like doing things for people.
But I feel like there's one that how you receive and then how you give.
See, now that's my problem. I don't know how to receive things very well. Somebody be like, "Oh, I bought you lunch. Wow, what the fuck did you do? What did you do? What happened?" And they be like, but that's not something I was accustomed to. So I'm not gonna know how to receive it. I'm gonna think that you're trying to do something. Like I'm like, what is this?
I don't like people to do, like, I want Daniel to do shit for me, but I don't want him to do it without me asking. If I want to say, can you clean the house, and him do it. I don't want to come home and the house be clean. Now I'm suspicious.
Turn her fucking mic off. Turn her fucking mic off. I don't want no nigga to hear that and think it's okay.
Now I'm like, so what the fuck did you do that made you feel so guilty that now you want to clean the house?
So
like, no, I'm so serious. Like, I just want to be like, can you clean the house?
So you know when you do that you're giving him negative feedback. And in psychology,
I don't ever tell him.
Let me write these notes down. Negative feedback.
Okay, I never be like, don't do that without asking. I just be like, in my mind, like, if he does that shit, I start looking through the phone.
It's not in your mind, though. That's what I mean. You say it's in your mind, but you acting out on it. So it ain't just in your mind.
Right, so maybe that's how he gives love is through acts of service. He receives from, touch or whatever and gives it through acts of service. And you sitting there in your whole mind making up some type of scenario as to why he did that when he's just trying to show you he loves you. So I think you really need to work on you.
Oh yeah.
In that and trying to feel like because it's definitely
I'm going to divorce parties. Pull your shit together, bitch.
No, we've been together for 6 years I think, and
my parents got divorced after 20.
No, I know. I'm saying we're like we always say marriage is. Our marriage is never gonna be perfect, and we're both willing to like work on it and like take the steps that it takes to work on it. But it took us to year like 4 to even open up the lines of communication because he got married to me when he was 23. He was super young. I don't think he knew what the fuck he was even doing. He just was like, I want to be with her, and I don't want her to be with nobody else. Let me marry her, and that was his solution to the problem. So now I'm not going nowhere. So now it's like, oh. But now we're married, so now you have to act married. Right. But at 23, you're not trying to act married. You're still trying to fuck bitches, and and get hoes and shit, and you're married. So it's like, it took us to 4 years for him to finally be like, you know what? I have some things I need to work on. And there's some things that I'd like you to work on. Let's talk about these things. Mm-hmm. So now, like, things are, like, getting better. Like, you know, slowly, we're getting there, trying to find a rhythm to, like, this whole marriage thing. But he's now talking about that he's willing to do, like, get a third party involved, a counselor, because sometimes we
just what's up.
Don't
you got your mindset, he got his mindset,
right?
And it's just like,
and it's hard for me. I'm not one of those people that can see other people's point of views. Like when I'm passionate about something, like normally I can, but if it's something I'm real adamant about, like fuck what you're talking about, I don't no. But I need that third person to be like, relax, calm down, let's talk about this.
Voice of reason.
Yeah. I think this also has to do with vulnerability because I'm not gonna say I'm not vulnerable. I'm afraid to be vulnerable, just like we were saying, because you build up those walls. But that's very important, not even just for somebody else, but for yourself as well. Like just being able to be vulnerable, being honest with yourself. Because most times we think, oh, if I'm vulnerable, somebody's gonna hurt me. Yeah, but either somebody's gonna hurt you, or you're gonna hurt somebody. That's life. We gotta deal with those things and accept them. Like pick a train wreck and rock out. Like I'm really right now in my life, I'm at the dump right now. Like I'll take that car with the fenders fucked up, but it's all right. But then it's like we have to be vulnerable with ourselves because we come up with these notions of things that we think are us. Oh, I like this and this. No, like we was talking before, we got to start, late 20s and stuff. Start stripping down those rituals and things that were pressed upon you that you really don't understand. You just accepted it. You know what I'm saying? So like you do got to be vulnerable to time. Like even just now, like I'm a very emotional person. Very emotional. I'm very passionate. And maybe that's how my anger, it might seem like anger, but it's passion. Like literally, when I'm at church, I talk like this. I sing like this because that's what it is. I can't, oh, yes, God, Father. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, if that's what so happens, but I literally, right now, I'm walking in my me. If this is me, like, yes, but you're acting and all that, like, I'm walking in my me, and I feel like that's a part of me being vulnerable and actually allowing myself to accept love and accept things from other people. Because for a while, like, I stick to myself because I don't trust nobody.
Right.
I can chop it up with you. Hey, I went somewhere yesterday, and I was like, all right, 45 minutes. And I was talking to my friend, like, what you mean? I said, I'm giving it 45 minutes. I was like, I'm going to go in, say hi, I'm going to say some funny shit. I'm going to go over here, eat a little bit, and I'm going to dip out. Like, I'm going to make my rounds. But it's just like, why? Like, why couldn't you just go and, like, have a fun time? Like, no, I ain't fucking with nobody like that.
I do that at kids' birthday parties, but that's because I hate kids. I'm like, we're going to go in here for an hour, so enjoy yourselves. We're going to grab these goodie bags and we're going to leave.
Yo! Mom on the move, we're going to grab these goodie bags and we're going to leave. We're out. She's making sure. Did you eat enough? Because we're not eating.
Right. We're going to say happy birthday, eat some damn cake, and get the fuck out. We're
going to take our cake to
She had to go her bags. Happy birthday.
All right, let's go.
That's funny.
But that's funny. I think, we all have our past hurts and things that happened to us in our past that, have affected the people who we are now. Whether it be from relationships, from parents, from friends, from, whomever was in your life for the last 32 years. And it's easy and those things make the person that you are. But I think that it's important to not let those change who you are, because I did that. Like, I know, like, the Shakira I was in my early 20s, the loving person, that's not me no more. I'm like, give no fucks, whatever. But, like, that's still my foundation of who I am. And so, not letting these past hurts define me, but, they allow me to grow. And, when I see red flags, you got to pay attention to them, because it's easy to see a red flag and be like, but I know this red flag. And
like, yeah, right? It's a familiar flag.
Yeah.
He did this shit the other day. Oh, we good.
Right. So, but, allow them red flags to really set something off. Like, all right, bitch, you know this before. You done fucking learned. Ray Ray did that shit and you didn't like it. You remember how you was crying on the floor for 10 days, thinking about killing yourself, whatever the fuck, and you don't do that shit again. Like, because we really do it to ourselves. And, it's easy. I think often women, kind of like what Shay did in the beginning, we, when we talked about why we don't have sex, or we change or whatever, we threw it to the men. Well, they don't do, but no, why don't we, the question was, why do women? And, we have to own our own shit. Like, okay, Ray Ray did that, but what the fuck do you do to Ray Ray? Like, it's easy to blame Ray Ray, but when you're continually doing this and you're continually going, like, but you seen that red flag day one. You allowed him to do that shit, and then you got what you wanted. You got what was you expected to happen. So if you do something different, and you'll get different. Like, so, yeah. You just don't let the past affect you, and things happen, shit happens, and okay, yeah, it happened. I learned from that. This is what I learned from it. I know I don't like niggas that don't got one, they don't got a job, or niggas that live at home with their mom. Like, not even saying that's a bad thing, but like, just like, yeah, like multiple baby mom, I don't want to fucking deal with that. So that's a red flag. Nope, I'm sorry, you're cute, but you ain't that fucking cute to deal with whatever bitches you got in your life. Like,
I feel like sex is very controlling. Like, I know a lot of people, oh no, I'm good. No, like, it's very controlling. I've been doing just some research just on certain things. I feel like it's very controlling. And then for females, we are very emotional. I don't care how hard and rough we want to be. Sometimes, not even just females, there's a difference between sex and then love. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times, not even just females, because dudes do it too. I don't know who hurt you, your dad, your mom, or something. You constantly looking for something. But I feel like females, I know I have. I'll speak for myself. Been in situations where, all right, well, we had sex tonight and it's popping, then I'm gonna stay. But it's just like, no, because it's still just sex. Not, I hate to say it's still just sex. There are emotions attached to it, and sometimes they not the same emotion. Like, you might be fucking a nigga, he like, I'm fucking this shit up, and then your mind like, we getting married. No, he's fucking right now. He think about, I'm about to go play the game. Like, after this, because she probably gonna give me some juice. You see what I'm saying? So it's just like, in those instances, yeah, like, no, like, I hate to say it, but sex, granted, I'm not celibate, or I'm not like not fucking, but I do feel like people that do like choose to wait and things like that, I can admire that, because it's a lot in that. It's a lot when you like when you fucking somebody, or even we all had that one person like, oh, we just fucking, but you was hoping for something. You was hoping that one night he ain't pass you your shoes. Right. Like, here you go, you ready to go?
Wait, so
I never had that happen.
He
ain't passing my shoes, he passing my coat. I'll be honest, he passing my coat. He said, so you going to I said, ooh, I'm going to okay.
You going to sleep.
I brought a bag. No, I ain't bring no, listen, my bag was in the car just in case, because I wasn't going to get played. It was a medium play. I got played on the medium.
I have done that, like,
you just not sure
yet.
How
we play it. I'll leave it in the car, and then I'll make him go get it if he must be this sick. I left my bag in the car.
He like, but when you about to go home, got it. This wasn't one of those nights. You didn't have any Hennessy. All right, I got it. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think what you said about sex is definitely a thing, but like, if that's something that you're doing over and over, like, I'm going to use this and then get with him, that's where you got to take a step back and be like, all right, bitch, no, that's not how this shit works.
And it's not that good, clearly, because bitches be thinking they got top notch.
Right.
I'm talking about like storm, like type of hurricane. Yeah, you ain't got bitch stuff. Yeah, Luke oil. That's you ain't got like that's like that gas.
20W.
So does that mean you've never had a one night stand, Asia?
Have I ever had a one night stand? Like, now what qualifies as a one night stand?
You met somebody.
No.
Okay.
I met somebody and fucked them. That's no. Because I'm very emotional. I am a very emotional person. Like, and I said it before. This sounds bad, and I understand it. I will fuck somebody before I kiss them.
No, I make out with strangers.
What the fuck? I can't hug bums, but you can make out with strangers, bitch?
I know, right? It's so weird.
Like, real shit, though. Like, no, I haven't. I've never had a one-night stand. Nothing against somebody that has. That's just, it's not my thing. It's not something that I'm interested in. Like, if I meet somebody, like, most times if I meet people, I'm on some genuine, like, person to person. Like, are you a cool person to be with? Like, I'm never going out, like, I'm going out to fuck somebody. Now, am I a flirt? I fuck around. I'm going to get taken one day.
Yeah,
because a flirt, somebody like, bitch, you said you wanted to flirt, talking about Taco Bell. Like, real talk, but it's just, like, that's how I am, but I try to, like, put that out there, like, well, we not fucking. Like, I say that we're not fucking tonight, we're just joking, right? Because I have church.
I don't want to have sex with you.
I
think it just kind of, like,
happened.
I mean, when I had a one-night stand, it was, like, weird. I was drunk, and he was cute before we started drinking, and then we started drinking, and he got like a little lazy eye, but I was like,
no, that shit was lazy.
I don't even tell you bad. She was on that bad memory.
It was the same guy.
So then it just like happened, but then I freaking left stuff at his house.
Oh damn!
So I had to go back.
Shit,
yo, I was so pissed. I had to go back. First I took my friend over there, and it was like, can you go try to find But she couldn't. And I was like, fuck, now I have to go back over here.
Child.
So when I went back over there, she was still there.
What the fuck?
And
the story?
Listen, she was still there waiting for me because she was like, well, I don't want you to go like by yourself. So I was like, all right. So he's like, oh, hey, like, what's your name? I was like, oh, Shay. I was like, wait, what's your name? She's like, wait, what?
Oh, damn.
And I had, like, came from cooking school, so I had, like, this chef uniform on. He's like, oh, where are you working? I was like, oh, my God.
He's like, I'm playing
I was culinary arts school, and I was like, you go to Westchester, right? And she was like, do y'all even fucking know each other? I was like, yeah, like, you're Cortlandson, right? And he was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, I knew him. I knew him. I knew him enough.
Ooh, that Shay, you really just brought a
Listen,
bad
I knew
memory.
him.
That was my last one night stand. I haven't had a one night stand since that time because it was so traumatic for me. It was at a Millersville party.
Don't come up to our school fighting all people now. It's your problem.
I was at a Millersville party. I got hella fucking drunk, like so fucking drunk. Like I didn't even know what the guy looked like.
Who this was when you
I don't know.
She was there before us.
So
what was this?
She said, when was this? When was it?
I don't know. Whenever my brother was up in Millersville, I met this guy. We was some party at a what's it called? And I met this guy. His face, he looked kind of cute, I guess. And I was drunk. I was drunk. Exactly. I was drunk as shit. So we ended up having sex or whatever on my brother's couch in Millersville.
He's like, this is the first time I heard of this shit.
Oh my couch, bitch.
And like, throughout the night, I got kind of sober, and I'm like, God damn, this nigga's ugly as shit. Like, he was really fucking ugly, and I was like really upset because he was cute. Like, I guess he had muscles, and that's all I looked at the time.
I'm saying he was cute. He the fuck wasn't.
He was from the neck down.
He was not. Yeah, I'm like, I think I felt this. I couldn't fucking.
Why would I just think of a name? I'm so glad I didn't say it.
It was a lot of liquor, and yeah, that was last night. I had a one night stand because that was just a bad joint. I can't even put his name on my list of people I fucked because I don't remember it, don't know it.
You don't put it on there?
I don't know what it is. Like, how am I put it on there?
You put Millersville.
No.
That
would have been too many people.
Oh, damn.
Somebody had to go.
The teams.
Nah, I had a couple of Millersville though.
I didn't. Mine wasn't a one night stand. It was like one of those. All right, I'm gonna fuck this nigga one day in my life. Like one
one of those too. A goal. I call it a goal. It was like
you see what I'm saying? I'm not that sound bad because I feel like niggas be saying that. It was a goal. It was like, oh, these years you playing the man. All right. You know, you get some time like I'm gonna just fuck graduate. Don't want to fuck too many niggas in the same school if you graduate. It's okay.
Facts. Listen,
bitches be doing mad. Bitches be doing mad. Like I didn't fuck him while we was going to the same school together. So I was a student.
I didn't fuck him in the same year that I fucked him, and they was friends, but it doesn't count.
I ain't say that.
The same year.
No, but it was like I had one of them. It was like, oh, I give it a couple times, and it was just like, I'm done. Like you ever everybody got that one dude like, yo, he probably that Matt. Then you get there and you be like, you're a fucking liar. Yeah. You're a facade. You're a fucking
I just thought
facade.
He was really cute.
But I couldn't just meet somebody in school because how do I see? Like I gotta see what you got. I gotta know you're not gonna piss me off in the dark.
They will.
That you make a nigga tell him put your clothes on.
That's why you be
put your fucking clothes on. No, I'm not saying that. My position.
But the size don't even.
I'm not giving up no drunk position.
The size don't even. I mean, that's a factor, but that's not always the only thing that you care about because you can have a big dick and not know what you're doing. You just fucking my shit up.
That is true, but I don't want no chubby either. I don't want no little.
I don't like them. No, that's a no for me. Like
I don't want.
That's a no for me.
Well, I need to know what the fuck is going on. I need to chill with you 2 times. When you know when you get comfy, put your sweatpants on, like, not fucking him. So, friend, you start friending the shit out there.
Like, so we're like Zoom. Start calling him brother.
Yeah, he start rubbing on your back. Please stop putting your back on me because it's not a dick. Please stop that.
Oh my God.
No, I wasn't I haven't had a one night stand yet. It's not a goal. That's not a goal
yes,
for me.
It should be. No,
that's a lot.
It should be.
No, I feel like I don't think I
what's going on these days, yo?
I could still have one night stand in my 30s.
One night stand with somebody I know, like one night, like go out meet somebody randomly at the club bar.
I don't go out and you just like meet him, and you're like, you know what?
Where we supposed to have sex at? I'm learning now. We're supposed to have sex at.
We did it at his apartment.
Car? See, murder.
I knew his roommate
in the park, in the bathroom.
So it felt safe-ish.
Hey,
doing it
at
the dark. I got caught having sex in the car by the cops. Not fun, so don't do
Well, I got caught at the train station. That's just a thing, you know.
The cops and it was horrifying. I was so scared.
Was your ass out? Was you bent over? Did they say?
Well, what happened?
Freeze! That bitch was like,
I thought it was right behind Barnaby's. You know, there's like a little parking lot.
yo, you
And
always fucking at Barnaby's, dog.
I thought I saw a cop. I was like, there was a cop that just drove by, but I was like, no, maybe there wasn't. And then I was like, maybe it was. And I was like, maybe we should stop. So I went to the front seat. And I didn't have any pants on, and then it was like, whoop, whoop, and I was like, fuck. And I was like, give me my pants.
Yo, I heard that woman was like, pull over, that ass too
And he was in the back trying to put his pants on. I was in the front trying to put my pants on. So the cop, like, knocked on the window. The windows are all steamed up. He's like, so what's going on? Like, why are you guys in the car? And, like, my boyfriend at the time was like, she spilled something on her pants, and I brought her back here so she could change her clothes. I was like, you're fucking smart.
You saw You're getting a gift.
I got caught at the train station parking lot before in Parksburg. Me and my ex used to come down from Philly to me to see me or whatever. So I was dropping off. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna get a quickie real quick for the train come. We had some time, whatever." So we was in there fucking. It was. I don't even know if there was other people. I'm sure there was other cars and shit.
Was it?
I thought you were about to say in the car.
No, it was like 7:00. I don't know, 9:00 maybe. And the cop came knocking on the window. We was done at that point, so I think I was still trying to put my pants on, whatever. And he knocked on the door. He was like, "Are you all right in here?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, man!"
Oh
like,
my God.
And he was like, "What's your name?" Da, da, da. The train came. So my ex hopped out, pulled his pants away, getting out the car, and hopped on the train. I was like, "All right, bye y'all."
Bye y'all.
Right. See ya.
Listen,
It wasn't a one night stand. I did have sex in the I think it was a Catholic church parking lot, and it was bad. I didn't realize until
it was over and you were driving away and you were like,
no, when I looked up and I was like, oh shit, all Father, who art in heaven. I was like, we can't do this no more, man. I don't care how dark it is back here. This shit ain't right.
You're an asshole.
The nigga was like, I know, man. I don't know what we gonna do.
Hey, yo.
Listen, I ain't Catholic, so I was like, we don't serve the same God. Like, I'm sorry. I did a Hail Mary and pulled up like, checkers it is, motherfucker.
Hey, yo.
Oh my God. So wait, when we were talking about all that, like, relationship stuff, do you guys ever, like, the stuff I go through with Daniel, I don't really talk with my friends because none of my friends are married.
As you should.
So it's like, and I'm not trying to say it's like, oh, we're married. Like, y'all.
No, you got married problems.
Well, no, but people be getting so offended. Like, on Facebook and stuff, you'll see it'll be like, marriage is just a piece of paper, or people act like because they're married, they're like this and that, and like, I've been with such and such for such and such years, and like, our relationship is more stable than a marriage, and like, you just hear people say like things about marriage, and I'm just like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm married, I can't talk to you. It's just like, I feel like I want to get advice from people like my mom, who's been in a successful marriage for 30 years. Like,
your mom and your grandma, that's what I say go to. Don't ask me shit, bitch.
I don't tell mom nothing, because she just tells the world. Like, she be telling her neighbors.
Bitch, you better get that. You better get that gravy while she got it. You better get them juices.
She's a mess. But, like, do you think that telling your friends things can present problems in your relationships?
Absolutely. Absolutely. One of my friends, she would like confide in me about her ex or whatever the hell he is now, I don't know. Confide in me about her relationship. This guy, he did this and this, and I would hear that shit and I wouldn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would give her feedback on the fact that I didn't like it, and she was like, "Oh, I don't want you to say anything back to me. Just don't tell me about it then, because I'm going to have to say something, and then I'm gonna feel some type of way, like, when I'm around him, because I know he did this shit last week, and now this week he done took him back, but he just whatever the fuck he did the week before to hurt you, that you was coming to me about it." And so I'm gonna, be like, leave that nigga, like. But if you gonna keep staying with him, like, don't don't tell me. I feel, for me personally, but I think as for you, with not wanting people that ain't married, advice makes sense, because if you're never married, I mean, yeah, you can have certain relationship things and understandings, but and that might work for you and your boyfriend or whatever, but it definitely is different from marriage to a boyfriend, because there is that piece of paper that says you guys are legally married and you have to pay stuff to not be together, whereas you can just go. So my single ass somebody's gonna leave that nigga. I'm like, bitch, we got kids, we got
house,
family,
all that shit.
right? Yeah. And so it's definitely different in marriage than in relationships. So I personally wouldn't feel no type of way if you didn't come and be like, yo, Daniel did this today, and I don't know what to do about it. And I'm like, I don't know what you should do about it either, because that's crazy. Like my shit would become from my perspective of, you know, and I'm single and I don't have children. Yeah,
not giving a fuck.
Yeah, it's just so I mean, but that's not going to it's not going to benefit your marriage if it just, you know. So I just rather, if you want my opinion, I'll give it to you, but it probably won't be helpful.
I just feel like sometimes they're like, in my personal experience, like I would tell my friend something, and then they just like throw it back in your face, like at a later date.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, the fuck is it? Like, first of all, why are you trying to hurt my feelings when he done already fucking hurt my feelings? I came to you about my feelings being hurt, and now you throw that shit back in my face. To what? Make me feel like shit? Well, guess what? You succeeded. Like, why? I don't understand, like, why, if you're my friend, you would do some shit like that.
Deflection. They don't want to, that's some shit that triggered something in them, and they wanted to just make you feel bad about it, so they had to deal with their own shit, probably.
It just be like mind.
I'm not a big fan of like telling. I hate to say it's like telling people my business, but I feel like once again everybody doesn't deserve to need to know you in certain aspects because like you were saying, not to say that your friend is not a friend, but we all got them friends. Certain friends you tell certain things. Like I've just recently found out I'm not the friend that you can say everything to. Yes, I'm surprised that you can't say everything to me. And it was one of my guy friends. I was like, this motherfucker. Like, I was really tight. And my homie was like, you should know, like, we can't tell you everything. And I'm like, what you mean? She was like, that right there. Like, that whole little thing. But it's just like, no, I don't tell. I'm very mindful of who I include into my problems and my situations because there's some people that are here to help. There's some people that are here just to witness. And then there's some people like, bet, here's another example or another opportunity for me to get her. And that could just be my thinking. But no, like, if I go through something, like, I think you and I had a conversation a little while ago about something that I went through. It wasn't something that I was going through. Like, it was something that I had already gone through. No disrespect to you, but you don't want to have too many people in your ear while you're going through something. So it's like, let me get this clear first so now I know where I'm secure at in this situation. So now I can go to my bitches and say, yo, this is what happened. And I almost felt bad because I went to two of my friends and they both was like, yo, I went through the same thing. And a part of me made me like, damn, like maybe I should have said something, like when it was going on. But no, because nobody's situation is the same. We may think, oh, he cheated or she did this or he did that. But no, and it's all in how you perceive it. Like, I can go through something and be okay. Whereas, I got another homie, like you said, she ready to fuck shit up. Like, you can't tell her because after that, no, fuck that nigga because it, No, bitch, listen, bitch, I'm still in love. Hold on.
Right, yeah.
Might stay around. And I don't want this to cause no friction between you and I. So I also think it's a level of mutual respect between friends and knowing. Like, I had one friend that she going through something, and ain't no point in me telling her my business because this is what she want to do. I'm going to be your friend. Like, that if you're not coming to me for nothing else, like, I don't agree with what you do, but if this is what you do, bitch, this is what we're doing. Not a problem. But if I was married, like, if I had a friend that was married and they asked me advice, like, literally, like, on some marriage type shit, I'm just like, no, not me. Because I'm not thinking like that. Like, you waking up with a husband on your brain or with a wife on your brain. I'm waking up like, I might go to Smoothie King today. Like, my mental is just, it's different. So, and even for somebody to ask me, I would think somebody that's married, I wouldn't want marriage advice from my peers. Like I said, I'm going to mom. I'm going to mom or, someone else. Or like, even like you said, how your parents divorced after, what you said, 20 years? I'm still going to mom because she did it for 20 years. Like, I'm not going to my little friend that just jumped the broom and shit. I'm not going to her. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. I need somebody with some weight, like some miles.
Yeah, I think it just keeping people, especially close to you, out of your relationship is important because, like, if something happens in your relationship, you tell them, but you're still going to stay with them, like, they're going to feel some type of way, and they're going to be looking at that person. Now they can't come around because they did this to you last week, last year, whatever. So you just keep everybody with your shit. Then they don't know. Like, that's just your business, and y'all figure it out together. Like, you asking other people's advice and shit, like, that's what they would do. You guys are different people. Like, me and you are different people. Me and Shay are different people. We would do different shit in a relationship. So I can't ask Shay, well, what would you do in this situation? Because she don't like to be touched, and she don't like,
Right.
and like we're two different people. So yeah, we would do different shit, and so that's something y'all got to figure out through therapy, counseling, couples counseling. If you go to church counseling, whatever the fuck y'all doing, go talk to somebody professional that knows what the fuck they talk about. Because most of us is just doing what the fuck we seen on TV. We seen on TV, what we think is right.
And bitches really don't be riding because like you be like, oh, I'm trying to blow this nigga car. Bitches always like, oh yeah, I'm with it. Then you call them, they like, no.
Right.
I
thought this was a joke.
Like real shit though. Like I mean, so my one homie, I was like, no real shit, dog. Like I'm trying to go around and just fuck this nigga up. All I heard was the keys. I said, my bitch. Shit, all I heard was the keys come off the table. My bitch. But yeah, no, everybody don't need to know your business because it's just like sometimes they just want to know it to know it, and then it's like they got something on you. Oh, well, you know her and her husband wasn't, they wasn't doing good when about 17 years ago. Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
shut the fuck up.
You know,
we just went to their vow renewal. Look, we just went to their vow renewal. Shut the fuck up. Gossip. Like
I think so that can take us into the other thing we wanted to talk about, which Tammy Flock, what's that? Flock is right? Yeah,
Tammy
Rivera. Yeah, she was talking about why, women have to hate on each other to, is it to feel better about themselves? Like she said she posted a picture or a video talking about no makeup, regular hair today, and everybody was like, well, I see
liner.
Yeah, liner. I see lip gloss and shit. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I said no makeup. Like
that's what she said. Yeah.
Like, and she's like, why do we as women have to tear each other down? Is it to just make ourselves feel better, or like why do we have to pick out flaws in other people when we don't fucking like that ourselves? And I think that is very. And she said, like, she even owned it herself that, like, I do this sometimes. And me too. Like, I be trying to fucking hate on Beyonce. Like, damn, fuck that bitch. She did something where, like, something.
Not right.
But it does, I guess, like, because when you think of somebody as perfection or whatever, like, you admire them, you want to tear them down a little bit to make you feel a little bit better about yourself. And that's really fucked up. I think we should support each other even in our flaws because we're all fucking flawed. And so for me to point something out on you to ignore all the shit I got going on don't make sense. And I feel like this has been done to me before, and it's just like, I ain't even do nothing to you. I don't even fucking know you. Like, why you had to hate on me? What did that do for you?
Yeah.
Did that make you feel better about what the fuck you got going on? Probably not. You probably not, and you just had something else to talk about, so you ain't have to deal with your own shit. Whereas you could deal with your own shit and not be worried about my shit. I feel like that's a little better.
I mean, I can agree with that. I feel like it's insecurities too. Like you said, like you see somebody that for some reason in your mind this person is perfect. So your immediate, your next go-to is to compare yourself to this person. Then you see all the shit because I don't look like Beyonce. I do not. So it's like then you like, oh well, she don't got this and shit. Like no, like you can still respect, you can still appreciate her. Like Tammy bad, like no homo or nothing. Like no, she's a very very pretty person. Like even when she does her makeup and things like that. But it's just like I feel like I go older. Sometimes I do see shit like that bitch. She was way too small. Like you tried to find it. Like the fact that you had to find it, like that's drawing. Like you said, I don't feel like females support each other enough. I know I don't, and it's all in like little shit. Like if I see somebody when I'm out, call me racist. If it's somebody holding the door, oh here you go, sis. Like automatically, ain't no competition. Mm-hmm. Thank you, sis. Like you saying like if I'm checking out, and there's a black girl there, because I ain't gonna hold you. Most times I go to here go this black bitch. She probably on the phone. She probably this. She probably that. But it's like bitch, no, she at work. Like, you the one that's off today. Mm-hmm. The fuck you should be at work today. Right. But it's just like it's all in how you greet people. And I ain't gonna hold you. Even doing it, sometimes you can see people kind of shift because they got that wall up too. Like oh thank you, sis. Like oh no problem. Oh did you do the and then that's when your little doors and whatnot start flying open. But yeah, bitches is insecure. We real insecure out here.
Right. Yeah, I started just calling people sis to like everybody gets called sis because I want you to understand that we're sisters in this shit, and instead of being against each other all the time, which gets us fucking nowhere, we should be uplifting each other so that we can, further rise up because black women are fucking amazing and we do amazing things, but yet for some reason have to hate on each other to make ourselves like we'll keep going, we'll go a little further. Like I'm not going to give you like even in this esthetician world, like I reached out to a few black women and not everybody like to ask for mentors or to get advice or whatever, and not everybody was so receptive to doing so. for whatever reason, because they thought it was going to take some food out of their mouth. Like, the fucking universe is abundant, and there's enough for all of us. So we don't have to hate on each other. We don't have to, put down each other to get up a little higher, step on each other. Like, no, I can pick you up, sis. You ain't got to fucking step on my back. Like, shit, I've been in the gym. Like, I can give you a boost. The fuck, like, what I know, let me give you a boost. And then if you get somewhere, you'll be like, yeah, she did this for me. I'm going to look out. Like, we don't always have to be in competition with each other. And I don't know where that came from, where we have to break each other down and build ourselves up. That shit don't make no sense. We're stronger together. We're, women used to come in tribes and shit and come together to get shit done. And we, somewhere along the way, we lost that. And I think we need to come back to that and, support each other and all our shit, their businesses, whatever. If you having this book signing that day, or you selling a t-shirt, or you guys starting a podcast, whatever the fuck it is, I'm going to support you in any way I can. I'm going to share it, whatever. Like, if it's aligned with what I believe. But yeah, I'm not just supporting any old fucking thing. But if it's in alignment and I trust you, I support you, I'm gonna do it wholeheartedly and genuinely, and not with no malintent or anything like that. So that's just my fault. Like, I bought this bitch. I bought her t-shirt and she fucked my man.
I'm rooting for all these bitches. I mean, I can't say I'm rooting for all these bitches.
Never.
I'm rooting for everybody, because like when you winning, like just be, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
When I see somebody else winning, it's like, well, why is she doing that? No, bitch, I'm piping you up, because when I'm winning, I need you right back there piping me up. Like, it shouldn't be difficult to congratulate somebody. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. Sometimes you see like, oh, this bitch graduated from such and such, but she's still doing this. Like, well, what the fuck did that do for you? You didn't get no extra breath, you didn't get no extra life, no extra money from that comment. Like,
right, and you think why am I hating on her? Oh, because I ain't graduated. Because I ain't do that.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, get your shit together.
Because it's like, it gets close to home. Like, well, we came from the same place, and she's doing this, and now I feel less than, so I gotta hate. So that's that insecurity shit. I gotta hate on her because she's doing what I think I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe that just wasn't my route, and
you better be that bitch friend. Find out. Well, how did you do a statistics? Because a bitch gotta dig.
Exactly.
So tell me how you did. We about to be friends out this motherfucker. Like, anybody don't feel that way. Bitches we corny. We catty as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, mad petty. I can be mad petty. Real shit though. That's
super
not cool.
petty. I mean, I try to support, I support other women that I don't have issues with. But I'm not as big as Shakira. If you fuck my husband...
That's powerful shit, though. Like, to be able to support...
I'm just saying, you fuck my husband, you always gonna be a raggedy bitch. I don't care if you are the first lady of the United States. You are a raggedy bitch. Like... That's just
you mean in the pay, if anybody ever had sex with these raggedy bitches? Never mind, don't answer that, because they
only one of his girls from the past, I was like, she's a bad bitch. Like, I get it. Like, she's bad pretty. Like, I can't even say shit about her. Like,
but I feel like there's no reason to hate on her. Like, that was his past, but guess what? I'm his future baby girl. Like, you talk about, you was cute, but I'm me. But it don't have to be like a comparison thing. I think we compare ourselves to each other so fucking much. Yeah. When we all have different, we've all come from different, places in life, and we have our different lives, and but I think once you're satisfied in what the fuck you're doing, you ain't gonna be worried about what nobody else is doing. Like, if I'm doing what I want to do, and you doing what you want to do, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Unless you fuck my husband.
He wasn't my husband, and
I ain't gonna hold you. Like, this might be petty, but at one point in my life, maybe not right now, I aspire to be the baddest bitch you've never had. Like, if we ever was together, I will always be the baddest bitch you know. I mean, and the crazy part, like, even on my bad days, like, once me and my mom, we call it tying shoes. That's what it's called. Like, you can go out a little sweatpants and tie your shoes, maybe put a little lash on, put a little perfume on, do something. You got tight shoes. I will always be the baddest bitch that got away. I will for all y'all, for fucking forever. I will be the best. Damn, sis, I know, right? Look at them blessings up, dripping in blessings, baby.
I can't with you.
Real shit though. I gotta be. Not even that I have to be, because you know, like, especially, you see ex, he get a new girl, you like, hey, let me check this bitch out. Let me just, not even, you got.
And I don't even know why we do that, but I
because I'm
married, and I'd be like, the fuck? But it's
disrespectful though. When you see the joint, like the whole myth, like,
the caliber of women,
yeah, like if a nigga cheat and you see the bitch, you be like, nigga.
Really? Really? Like,
nigga, you could have fucked my cousin for all of that. Like,
exactly.
Exactly. No, you gotta check it out. You gotta like, all right, let me see what you're doing. Let me see what you're talking about. And if she ugly or something, you like, that bitch loyal. Mm-hmm. That bitch got fucked up. Oh, she got them oils. Yeah, she probably she just my baby. Like, yeah, she got a lazy eye, but she not lazy in the house. Okay, right. But yeah, you always check them out. You guys see, and then you see the ones that came before. You just, it's just what we
all
do.
Comparison.
Come on, man. It's like getting the car. Who had it first? Who drove the car? Who was they driving the car? Yes, it's a fuck facts.
Right. I need to know. I need to know where you been to see why we're now here at this point. How did all of them now
but do you just get that from their looks? Like,
no, I do deep intel.
I said, be a big friend.
I get in there. I got videos, Facebook,
multiple accounts.
Yes, like
shut up. We're talking too much. Shut up.
Are you educated?
Are you educated?
No, because before me and Daniel got married, I already went through all his ex's pages. I went deep dive.
I'm not going to.
And I just had to know because he was from New Orleans, so I didn't know shit about him.
Okay, now that's
so it wasn't like he was from Coastal, and I was like, oh yeah, but he was from New Orleans. I need to know where the fuck you been and what is going on, and and make sure that you don't got a secret wife out there and none of that stuff. So I had to deep dive. I needed to know, was you dating educated females? Was you dating hood rats? Was you dating, do you have a baby mom? Like, I need to know.
So I have a question. So when you was single, shit, girl, told you. No, but you know how when you about to start talking to somebody or somebody, regardless, you know how you start doing that little, you don't do drawing. Like intel, you don't draw, but you just start collecting a lot of fucking information. Just say this nigga might be the one. You start collecting a lot of information. Like, oh yeah, your grandma's birthday today. Yo, fucking crazy.
You know shit, and then they'll tell you, but yeah, I knew that already. I seen that.
In your mind, you be like, yes,
bitch. I seen it already.
That one.
And now you can follow their stories, so you see what type of shit they like to listen to, the music they listen to.
Yeah. Niggas say I'm hungry. You text hey babe, did you eat? Got it. I'm trying to tell y'all niggas think it's just y'all bitches is gassing. What? And I hate to say, yeah, we fucking gassing. It's not gas. The fact that I can do it now, I'm doing what y'all doing. Rest in peace, Kobe. But I'm out here fucking him up. I'm out here killing shit. Real shit though. Because I feel I hate to say it's gas, but not even I say it's gas, but it's really appreciation. If I care about somebody, and I say, did you eat no real shit? I want to know if you ate. And you real shit. That's like a dude calling and say, oh, I was just calling and checking you. That's equivalent of yo, she tried to see how I eat. Bitch got me low vein delivered to the house.
I'm putting time in to get to know you before I even get to know you.
You see what I'm saying? Look at that little shit. A lot. Look at that little shit, baby. Your hands, Ashley. I put you some shea butter. Shea butter, baby.
But we didn't even have that. We didn't. When Instagram was made after I had Jalen, so I didn't really. Yeah, I didn't get the chance to really.
You just had to get to know each
other
out
through
there.
The phone. Facebook was my
I had do Facebook. Courting and shit. Yeah,
I had to go through Facebook and look through all that shit.
Oh, I still go through Facebook.
Oh,
I'm just saying, listen, I'll be right down to 2007. What the fuck was you doing in high school, bitch?
Or at Millersville, you just talk to other people. Because, when everybody goes to college, they want to be somebody else. I guess, but I didn't get the memo when I was trying to be myself, and that's why people didn't like me. But I guess when you go to college, you're supposed to, try to be somebody else. No. So it's now you meet these guys. No, I mean guys-wise. They get here, and it's you talk to people that they went to high school with, they he was not like that.
Yeah, I remember this guy. He was popping in Millersville, but just playing home.
He was a big trapper up school, and but back home, they knew him as Singing Drew. Singing Drew?
And you're no, I don't want to date you anymore. Nope.
You know this person that whatever, and they be like, yeah, he did this, and you get the whole facts. Absolutely, you gotta get that.
No. College, you be meeting whole new people. Then you go to their hometown, and it be no, this is not who I thought I was with. We're not together anymore. Take me home.
Loud. Look, I'm trying to think what the fuck changed. I was still loud. I don't really know too.
I feel a lot of the girls was the same, except for some girls that was hoes in high school tried not to be hoes in college.
They were trying to reverse their hoism.
Yeah, they tried to be my wholeness got deleted.
Your wholeness can get deleted.
But when you went to college or when you left? Because then it gets deleted.
Can we get a pause on how she try to take that shit back?
Whenever you
try to eat her words, she said, "Mom."
Yeah, I wasn't there yet. I'm still in my years. But I feel you're not a hoe no more. You was a hoe one time.
Yeah, I was hoeing.
Yeah. So you hoe, but But
I never
get
say it got
deleted?
deleted because when I met Daniel, I told him everybody I fucked.
Well,
see,
I went down the list.
I want to do that myself. You like, you
but,
want to know if I fucked them? Yeah, like
they'll ask about them. How many? But they, I don't know. Hopefully not no more. But they used to.
Don't ask me if I fuck somebody.
And
then I say yeah. You say you don't like my response. You ask me like a nigga, so I answer like a nigga. You say, hey babe, did you happen to lay down? You know, with your soul and bear this? Did I fuck him? Like Rosa, I was like, yeah, I fucked them. You want some meat? Like, what do we do now?
I think
we usually with that information.
Yeah, but it's like shit. Like, oh, it was years ago before you. So what did you marry for? Because you gotta see this nigga now. Close your eyes. I know when I see him, I'm blind as shit. I don't know that nigga.
Like
I'm
when you get into the same space
like,
with that person, I feel like that's when it has to. Like I was at like a party and somebody I fucked was there, and I was like, oh, Daniel, like I fucked him.
I'm not gonna say that.
You can't say it like that.
Let him know because that guy then came up to me and was like, "Oh hey," and I'm like, "Oh
no,
hey."
I'm definitely not gonna do
and
that.
then it's like,
I
didn't want him
understand
to
why
feel
you
awkward.
did it, but
because
yeah.
if he got me smiling in some bitch's face that he done fucked and he waits till after we fucking leave the party, it's a problem.
You know,
but now you give that bitch the stank eye the whole party, or like,
no, it's not give the bitch the stank eye, but I'm gonna make sure that she's not all smile, cheese in your face.
Oh no, I'm going straight up to her. Like,
but he don't even have to fuck her to do that. Like,
yeah,
she could just be all up in his face, and then you check that shit. Like, excuse me, hello, I am his wife. You see, he bought this for me off the ring. We did the whole ceremony thing. We have a child. You might want to back the fuck up, okay?
See, the older I get, I realize you ain't gotta let anybody know the cards you got. So a part of me, you see somebody, oh, this bitch, this dumb bitch. I'm not doing all that. Hey, how you doing? This bitch might know something about this nigga I don't know. Let's be friends, bitch. Give this bitch a drink. Listen, shut up.
No, I don't trust
I'm just.
They're all shady.
They might be, but guess what? If you be nice to a bitch, she probably thinks she being smart to you, telling on herself, you getting all the information.
Keep
that
your
bitch
enemies
works at
closer.
FedEx.
Right.
The bitch works at FedEx, and I know when she do her deliveries, just in case I got blow up a truck. You got to play it smarter sometimes. I'm the nicest bitch at the party. The nicest. Yes, girl. Do you like when you do that too? Yes. When last time it happened? Get real serious. When last time it happened? I fuck you up. She be like yesterday.
Daniel told me I'm not political. Like I'm not very like, and I blame you. But it's like,
shit!
I used to be like extra friendly, and the issue was running out here and telling me I can't. Everybody's not my friend.
She was going to alleyways. She was meeting people on buses. She was doing a lot of shit, and she just was so excited about it. And I'm just like, no, though. She's like, well, let's go to Philly. For what? What do you want to go for? I don't feel like being charged with rape on your behalf. Like,
so I'm like, yeah. Now I'm just like super standoffish. Now I don't like anything.
No, you can be standoffish, but like, I mean, that's something I deal with. Because if I know something about you, especially like if I'm at work, I'm straight at your face. Bitch, I heard what you said. But it's just like, I hate to say it, but you know, just, I mean, that's not even just in my field, but we already got this, you know, this notion that black women are this, that, and the third. So now I have to maintain it. I can't show that all the time. So it's just like, okay, like I know some shit and I hold on to it for a little bit. And I don't even have to do nothing. Sometimes they keep coming up, oh, hey, did you need somebody to work? Yes, I did. Carol, thanks. But you don't like me though, right? Go work that day, bitch. Go work that day while I go get my nails done. Real shit though, you gotta keep them in your pocket. These hoes too, you gotta be nice to these hoes sometimes. And people might. Fuck these hoes. That's what they doing, bitch. I know.
Like especially my husband's like, Mom, I can't fucking stand her. Like every time I look at her, I be like, you fuck my husband. Like not when we was together, but just like fuck them.
Right.
Well, it's alright. It's well, he should. We can end the segment when she fucked them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a fact.
Sometimes that happens.
It's okay. You fucked them too, so
these niggas got community dick. Not your husband, but at the time,
I'm not saying he got monopoly
dick.
dick. I'm not. And if you do, I'll let him have a blue. When he got blue monopoly dick, ain't that like boardwalk? That's the best one.
It's like a bad thing.
Huh?
Sounds like a bad joke. Blue ball, blue dick.
Boardwalk dick.
Blue waffle.
Boardwalk dick.
I never had boardwalk dick.
With the blue waffle. I've never seen it, and I don't want to. But yeah, y'all.
Thank y'all for checking in. And we clearly had some shit we had to get off our chest about these niggas.
Sorry.
So thank you. I hope y'all got some shit off your chest too. Don't go fight nobody.
And so we're gonna have a YouTube version of this. Yes, so we're gonna have a YouTube version of this.
Damn.
And if you check out our Instagram page, you'll be able to see the link for the YouTube page, and it will be up the same day as the podcast. So make sure you check out our Instagram, MissUnderstood, MissUnderstood, right?
Underscore podcast.
Yeah, underscore podcast. My bad.
I thought you
So make sure you check that out, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.
Bye, guys.
So I get very angry talking about my sex with other people. It turns into